Welcome to the Chelsea news in just 5 minutes. No BS, no waffle, straight to the point, no singing, no self-obsession. Giving you guys the news that you're looking for today, and it's a very different format. Let's get into it. First story is this one. Chelsea are serious contenders for Jude Bellingham, according to Fan Nation, the Chelsea transfer room. And that's based on an article featured in Bild. And it's talking about the fact that Bellingham is looking to leave Dortmund at the end of the season. He's going to be someone that is going to cost around 150 million reported, plus wages on top of it. It's going to be really, really expensive. But it says here that Chelsea will be in the fight for Bellingham, and they believe they can win it. According to Bild in Germany, Chelsea are serious contenders for Bellingham, and Todd Boehly has already made contact with his father, trying to begin negotiations about a deal. They're talking about the fact that United, City, Chelsea and Liverpool all have heavy interest, but Chelsea and Todd Boehly believe they can get the signing over the line, and they believe that he is a commercial signing that Todd Boehly himself is desperate for. What do you think about the move for Bellingham? Do you think he'll come to Chelsea, or do you think he's going to link up with his mate Erling Haaland over at Man City? I guess we have to wait and see. Next up, article featuring the Mirror. Premier League clubs have already made 220 million in total from the Champions League so far this season, with Chelsea the best out of all of them. And it explains the money in the pot and the situation as it is. And so every team that's reached the group stage receives 13.5 million. If they win a game, they get 2.4 million bonus. If they draw, £800,000. And if you reach the last 16, you bank an 8.3 million, which is decent, you have to say. So already well over 25 million for the club. But they're also listing on here the fact that Chelsea have made 59.6 million. And they're talking about the fact that Chelsea, with convincing wins over Milan and victory in Austria, and also beating Zagreb at home, plus the 27.4 million in 10-year coefficient payments, leads to just under that figure. So Chelsea have already made around about 60 million from the Champions League so far, which is great for the coffers. Bearing in mind, we spent 250 million already in the summer. Now to Paul Parker, the ex-Man United and England defender from the 80s and the 90s, that's come out and blasted the Chelsea star for his wrong attitude and lack of passion since he joined the club in the summer, and he's referring to Pierre Emerick Aubameyang. Now, I have to read his comments. I've not read it, but he said this: if you look at the stats all day long, but when you're judging him as a player, you have to look at the person to say, are the stats relevant to his performances now? No, stats are not relevant, but his attitude is not good enough, and that's what everyone should talk about. He's given the wrong attitude and giving dippy vibes. You need to show passion, you want to play football, and I don't see that with Aubameyang. Now, I don't particularly have an issue with Aubameyang, and I think he's been top draw since he walked into the football club. We watched, I'm sure plenty of you have watched the Amazon Prime All or Nothing, or whatever it's called, the Arsenal series, where, let's face it, he was painted in such a bad light. He's going to play against the Arsenal this weekend feeling like he's got something to prove, especially against Arteta. But I think Aubameyang has been different class since he walked in the door at Chelsea and given us a new lease of life up front and a focal point, an actual proper focal point. I think Paul Parker's talking rubbish. What do you think? Let me know. Comment section. Finally, a little article that I've spotted on TalkSport. Rafael van der Vaart, the Dutch midfielder, big name over there in the Dutch midfield, played throughout the early noughties and a big player, let's just say that, who played for Spurs, of course. And he's been talking that he believes that if Tottenham sign Hakim Ziyech from Chelsea, they can win the Premier League title if they sign him. And he's referring to the fact that he believes it strongly, that he's serious about it. Now, when it comes to Hakim Ziyech, he's literally not got a look in at all by any stretch of the imagination. He didn't have under Tuchel. He's not got it at the moment under Graham Potter. You have to ask yourselves the question, do we believe that Hakim Ziyech has got a future at Chelsea, or do we think he's going to leave the club? Now, if he leaves the club, the first thing that the opposition is going to do, who sign him, is going to play him in his natural position, and they're going to get the best out of him. That's been the problem at Chelsea. We don't play with wingers. We'll be playing number 10s or roaming number 10s that drift out but come in, but primarily starting position is in the middle of the pitch in that little channel where he likes to play wide and drift inside and collect the ball where he can see the pitch and the picture in front of him, rather his back to goal. What do you guys think? Do you think if he leaves Chelsea and goes to somebody like Tottenham, they can be challengers? Let me know. Comment section. That's it from me, guys. Very different today because I'm travelling abroad this afternoon. I needed to get a video out, so hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, drop a like on it. Post your comments in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Have a great Friday. See you next time.